A new trailer for the live-action remake of Snow White, set to release next month, has arrived across various platforms, including YouTube and the box office. However, something interesting stands out in this final teaser trailer. Despite Snow White making its grand return, there is noticeably less Rachel Zegler than before. The decision to scale back her presence in promotional materials appears to be a deliberate move by Disney, as the film continues to face relentless criticism. This strategic shift raises questions about Disney's awareness of the backlash and how they are responding to the overwhelmingly negative reception of their lead actress. The latest teaser trailer, released over the weekend, has only intensified the controversy. While it garnered 1.7 million views, the reaction from audiences has been largely unfavorable. The trailer accumulated 5,300 likes, a figure dwarfed by a staggering 81,000 dislikes. The ongoing negative sentiment surrounding the film suggests that Disney is facing an uphill battle, and the mounting dislikes indicate a clear message from audiences. They are not on board with this adaptation. The original teaser trailer, which premiered in mid-2024, remains the most visible promotional piece with 11 million views. However, its reception was equally dismal, with 101,000 likes compared to an astonishing 1.5 million dislikes. This pattern of disapproval continued with subsequent trailers. The second trailer amassed 1.2 million dislikes, and even a special sneak peek featuring Rachel Zegler's performance of Waiting on a Wish fared no better, accumulating 396,000 views, 5,300 likes, and a crushing 50,000 dislikes. One of the most telling indicators of Disney's shifting approach is their handling of Rachel Zegler's screen time in the latest trailer. According to an exclusive report by That Park Place, with insights from contributor Valiant Renegade, a side-by-side comparison of the December 3rd trailer and the February 14th trailer reveals a drastic reduction in Zegler's presence. In the December trailer, which ran for 2 minutes and 24 seconds, Zegler appeared on screen for a total of 68 seconds, accounting for 47.2% of the runtime. However, in the most recent February trailer, which is significantly shorter at just 60 seconds, her screen time plummeted to a mere 17 seconds, representing only 28% of the total runtime. This shift suggests that Disney is actively distancing the film's marketing from its lead actress in response to the ongoing controversy. The backlash against Snow White began almost immediately after the film was announced. From the start, fans expressed concerns about the adaptation's departure from the classic 1937 animated film. However, the discontent escalated when Rachel Zegler, the actress cast in the titular role, made a series of public statements that further alienated audiences. Zegler's remarks about the original film, in which she dismissed the love story as outdated and criticized the character of Prince Charming, fueled widespread outrage. Fans perceived her remarks as disrespectful to the legacy of the original film, leading to an intensified boycott movement against the remake. Adding to the controversy, behind-the-scenes reports suggested that Disney was aware of Zegler's unpopularity during test screenings and took measures to mitigate potential backlash. According to industry insiders, Disney made the decision early on to minimize Zegler's presence in the final cut of the film. Allegedly, they cast a younger actress to portray Snow White in the film's first act, effectively reducing Zegler's screen time. While these reports remain speculative, the noticeable reduction of her presence in promotional materials lends credibility to these claims. Disney's marketing strategy for Snow White appears to be shifting in real time as the studio grapples with ongoing criticism. The decision to reduce Zegler's screen time in the latest trailer is a clear indication that Disney is attempting to reframe the film's narrative. Rather than centering the marketing campaign around its lead actress, the studio is focusing on other aspects of the film, such as the visual effects, supporting characters, and musical elements. This move reflects a broader trend in Hollywood, where studios attempt to salvage troubled productions by adjusting their promotional strategies. The question remains, Will Disney's approach be enough to turn the tide in favor of Snow White? The overwhelming negativity surrounding the film suggests that it may be too late to shift public perception. The film's performance at the box office will ultimately determine whether Disney's efforts to downplay the controversy are successful. However, early indicators suggest that the film is heading toward a difficult release. The repeated pattern of trailers receiving significantly more dislikes than likes, coupled with the ongoing criticism of Zegler, does not bode well for the film's financial prospects. One of the most significant criticisms of the remake is its deviation from the original film's storyline. Fans have expressed frustration over the changes to Snow White's character and the removal of key elements that made the 1937 classic beloved by generations. The decision to eliminate Prince Charming from the story and replace the iconic seven dwarves with a group of magical creatures was met with widespread backlash. Many fans argue that these changes strip the film of its essence, making it unrecognizable as a Snow White adaptation. Additionally, the controversy surrounding Rachel Zegler has overshadowed any potential merits of the film itself. While some viewers were initially open to the idea of a live-action adaptation, Zegler's remarks about the original film have alienated even casual Disney fans. Her statements, in which she dismissed Snow White's love story as weird and criticized the film's historical significance, have fueled the perception that she does not respect the character she was cast to portray. This perception has played a significant role in the widespread rejection of the film. The situation with Snow White serves as a cautionary tale for Hollywood studios navigating the complexities of modern adaptations. While updating classic films for contemporary audiences can be successful when done thoughtfully, significant deviations from the source material can lead to backlash. Disney's approach to marketing the film, including the decision to reduce Zegler's screen time in promotional materials, highlights the challenges studios face when dealing with controversial productions. As the release date approaches, all eyes will be on Disney to see how they handle the final weeks of promotion. Will they continue to minimize Zegler's presence, or will they attempt to reframe the narrative? More importantly, will audiences show up for Snow White despite the controversy? The answers to these questions will become clear when the film hits theaters on March 21st. One of the most intriguing aspects of this controversy is the reaction from fans and industry insiders alike. Many commentators have pointed out that Zegler's casting was initially met with some criticism due to her background, but this aspect of the discourse has largely faded into the background. Instead, the conversation has shifted entirely to her attitude toward the film and the way she has handled public relations. This shift in focus underscores the importance of an actor's relationship with the audience. When an actor demonstrates genuine respect and enthusiasm for a role, even skeptics can be won over. Conversely, when an actor appears dismissive or antagonistic toward the source material, audiences are far less forgiving. Despite the ongoing negativity, there are still those who remain optimistic about the film. Some Disney fans believe that the backlash is overblown and that the film should be judged on its merits rather than the controversy surrounding its lead actress. Others argue that Disney's track record with live-action remakes suggests that Snow White could still perform well at the box office, regardless of the online discourse. However, the numbers tell a different story. The massive discrepancy between likes and dislikes on the film's promotional materials indicates that Disney is facing a serious challenge. If these online reactions translate into poor box office performance, Snow White could join the growing list of Disney live-action remakes that have failed to resonate with audiences. Ultimately, the fate of Snow White will be decided when it hits theaters. Whether Disney's strategy to reduce Rachel Zegler's presence in marketing materials proves effective remains to be seen. However, one thing is clear: the controversy surrounding this film is far from over. As the release date draws near, the discussion around Snow White will likely intensify, making it one of the most talked about Disney films in recent history. Whether that translates to success or failure, at the box office is the final question that remains to be answered. Disney's live-action remake of Snow White has faced a turbulent journey leading up to its release. The film, once intended to be a modernized reimagining of the beloved classic, has been plagued by controversy, strategic marketing shifts, and widespread speculation about its commercial viability. Central to the discourse surrounding the film is the public perception of its lead actress, Rachel Zegler, and the industry's response to negative reactions. This situation raises important questions about Hollywood's handling of high-profile projects, crisis management, and the ever-changing dynamics between filmmakers, audiences, and cultural narratives. Disney's decision to reduce Rachel Zegler's screen time in the film's latest promotional material has led many to believe that the studio is attempting to downplay her role to mitigate potential backlash. Industry analysts suggest that Zegler's past statements, particularly those deemed dismissive of the original animated film, have contributed to the controversy. By minimizing her presence in the trailer, Disney appears to be employing a strategy aimed at distancing the film from its most contentious element, its leading lady. The move to emphasize a younger Snow White in promotional materials is telling. By highlighting a different actress in key sequences, the studio is attempting to pivot the audience's focus away from Zegler. This aligns with the broader trend. In Hollywood, where studios often engage in damage control by reshaping marketing campaigns in response to public sentiment. The extent to which this strategy will be effective remains uncertain, but it underscores Disney's recognition of the challenges associated with the film's reception. Rachel Zegler's involvement in the project has been a point of contention from the outset. While initially celebrated for her breakout role in West Side Story, her subsequent public statements have alienated sections of the audience. Her remarks about the original Snow White film, where she appeared to critique its themes and question its relevance, have been widely circulated and criticized. This has led to a perception that she does not respect the source material, a sentiment that has fueled negative reactions from longtime Disney fans. Moreover, Zegler's involvement in political discussions has added another layer of controversy. Some critics argue that her willingness to make bold geopolitical statements has further polarized the audience, drawing attention away from the film itself and toward her personal views. Hollywood actors engaging in political discourse is not new, but in an era of heightened cultural division, such statements often carry unintended consequences. In Zegler's case, it has reinforced the belief among detractors that she is not a suitable representative for the role of Snow White. The financial stakes for Disney with Snow White are significant. The film's budget reportedly exceeds $300 million due to extensive reshoots and production delays. With projections indicating a $60 million opening weekend, there are concerns about whether the film can achieve profitability. For context, a major blockbuster typically needs to earn 2 to 3 times its production cost to be considered a financial success. Given the current projections, Snow White is facing an uphill battle at the box office. A key factor influencing these financial projections is the changing landscape of audience behavior. Disney's recent struggles with live-action remakes, including The Little Mermaid, suggest that audiences may be experiencing fatigue with the formula. While some remakes have performed well, others have failed to generate the same level of enthusiasm as their animated counterparts. The studio's challenge lies in convincing audiences that Snow White is a must-see theatrical experience rather than a retread of an already well-known story. Disney's approach to live-action adaptations has been a mixed bag. On one hand, films like The Lion King and Beauty and the Beast have generated billions of dollars, proving that there is a lucrative market for reimagining animated classics. On the other hand, projects like Dumbo and Mulan have struggled to meet expectations, highlighting the risks involved in revisiting beloved stories. A significant criticism of the live-action remake trend is that these films often fail to capture the magic of their animated predecessors. Animation allows for a level of creativity and whimsy that live action often struggles to replicate. Additionally, Modern reinterpretations frequently introduce new themes or perspectives that, while intended to appeal to contemporary audiences, sometimes alienate those who cherish the original versions. In the case of Snow White, the decision to alter aspects of the story and characters has drawn scrutiny. While updates are expected in any adaptation, the extent to which changes should be made without compromising the essence of the original story is a matter of debate. The balancing act between modernization and preservation of tradition remains a challenge for filmmakers. The controversy surrounding Snow White bears similarities to past Hollywood debacles. A notable comparison is the reaction to Captain Marvel and its lead actress Brie Larson. Larson's outspoken comments led to a polarized reception of the film, with some audiences embracing her stance and others rejecting it outright. While Captain Marvel ultimately performed well at the box office, it remains a cautionary tale of how public perception of an actor can impact a film's reception. Similarly, The Little Mermaid faced its share of controversy, particularly regarding the casting of Halle Bailey. While the film performed respectably, it did not reach the heights of previous Disney remakes, suggesting that audience attitudes toward reimaginings are shifting. The lesson for Disney is clear. Controversy, whether intentional or accidental, can have a lasting impact on a film's commercial prospects. Looking ahead, Disney faces critical decisions regarding its live-action adaptation strategy. While the company has a vast library of animated classics to draw from, the diminishing returns on recent projects suggest that a reevaluation may be necessary. The key question is whether audiences still have an appetite for these remakes, or if they would prefer new, original stories. One potential path forward is a more selective approach to live-action adaptations. Rather than attempting to remake every animated classic, Disney could focus on stories that lend themselves well to the format. Additionally, investing in strongs, screenplays and maintaining fidelity to the spirit of the original films may help alleviate concerns about unnecessary changes. Another factor to consider is the role of streaming services. With Disney Plus serving as a primary platform for content distribution, the company may explore exclusive live-action adaptations for streaming rather than theatrical releases. This could allow for more creative risks without the pressure of box office performance. As Snow White approaches its release, all eyes will be on the film's press tour. The way Disney handles interviews, promotional events, and media interactions will be crucial in shaping public perception. Given the controversy surrounding Zegler, the studio must carefully navigate potential pitfalls. Any missteps during the promotional campaign could further alienate audiences, while a well-executed strategy could help mitigate some of the existing negativity. The question remains, will Snow White succeed despite the challenges it faces? The answer will ultimately depend on how audiences respond to the film itself. While marketing strategies and external controversies play a role, the quality of the final product remains the most critical factor in determining its success. If the film resonates with viewers and delivers an engaging cinematic experience, it may overcome the obstacles in its path. The journey of Snow White from announcement to release has been anything but smooth. The film serves as a case study in Hollywood's evolving landscape, highlighting the complexities of audience engagement, media scrutiny, and corporate decision-making. Disney's handling of the situation reflects broader industry trends, where studios must balance artistic vision with commercial considerations. As the film nears its debut, the entertainment industry will be watching closely to see whether Disney's strategic adjustments prove effective. Regardless of the outcome, Snow White will leave a lasting impact on discussions surrounding live-action adaptations and the intersection of film, culture, and public perception. The lessons learned from this project will undoubtedly shape the future of Disney's filmmaking approach in the years to come.